Connecting creators, connecting countries. Waves 2025.
Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India, India's voice to the world. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Up first, all the updates of the first ever World Audiovisual Entertainment Summit 2025 underway in Mumbai. So, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Waves Summit 2025, India's first of its kind World Audiovisual and Entertainment Summit at the Geo World Centre, Mumbai today. The event will provide a global platform for discussions on the future of the audiovisual and entertainment industry. Addressing the summit, the Prime Minister noted that WAVES is more than just an acronym, but it embodies a true wave of culture, creativity and universal connection.
यहाँ भी कई लोग बैठे जिन्होंने गांधी 150 के समय 2-2, 3-3 मिनट के अपने वीडियोज बनाए थे, गांधी जी के विचारों को आगे बढ़ाया था। भारत और दुनिया भर के क्रिएटिव वर्ल्ड की ताकत मिलकर क्या कमाल कर सकती है, इसकी एक झलक हम तब देख चुके हैं। आज उसी समय की कल्पना हकीकत बनकर वेव्स के रूप में जमीन पर उतरी है। साथियों, जैसे नया सूरज उगते ही आकाश को रंग देता है, वैसे ही ये समिट अपने पहले पल से ही चमकने लगी है।
Bollywood actors Saif Ali Khan and Nimrat Kaur were among the prominent personalities who attended the first day of the Waves Summit 2025 in Mumbai on Thursday. In an interaction with DD India's Siddharth Bhardwaj, Saif Ali Khan highlighted the summit's potential to boost connectivity across sectors, while Nimrat Kaur praised the event as progressive, inspiring and full of enterprise. Also present there were actors Akineni Nagarjuna and Naga Chaitanya. Nagarjuna called Waves an interesting concept, while Naga Chaitanya expressed his enthusiasm about being part of the event. Take a look.
I think it's a fantastic platform. It's a wonderful initiative by the Prime Minister, by the IB Ministry, by FICCI, by everybody involved. And I'm very excited. The thing is connectivity, to connect not only internationally but even our country, to connect the dots, between north, south and all these. If we can work together, we have so many wonderful, wonderful stories to tell. I think we have the best stories in the world to tell. And our film industry is so popular internationally, and we have so much love. And I would like to see it go to the next level. And this is a wonderful platform for that. It's all about collaboration, and it's also about giving opportunities inside our country, because there's so much untapped talent. And that's the most exciting thing. I think this is a one-of-its-kind summit. So we're all very excited to see what happens, and it's full of potential. Because there are wonderful, wonderful stories in animation, video games. Anyway, India has been doing that.
I have with me Bollywood actress Nimrat Kaur. Let's talk to her. Ma'am, how do you like the idea of Waves?
जी बहुत प्रोग्रेसिव, बहुत ही अमेजिंग और बहुत ही एक एंटरप्राइजिंग आइडिया है, और मोदी जी के गाइडेंस में और उनके नेतृत्व में हमेशा हर चीज़ बिल्कुल अपने समय से आगे ही होती है. सो वेरी वेरी ऑनर्ड एंड वेरी प्रिविलेज्ड टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ वेव्स and really looking forward to the summit.
How about the creators? This is a hub for creators. They can showcase their prowess, and the content is growing beyond the borders. How do you react to that?
Well, I think internationally, content is really king right now. हमारे पास opportunities इतना अच्छा, हमारे पास exposure है हर तरह की content के लिए, और भले वो अमेरिका हो, यूरोप हो, UK हो, और भारतीय आर्टिस्ट तो हर जगह हम लोग अपनी छाप छोड़ने में we've been there for many decades now. और आजकल का समय जो है वो बहुत ही इस चीज़ को encourage करता है. So this is a great opportunity and wonderful.
Thank you so much. That was Nimrat Kaur who said that this is a great opportunity and a great platform. With camera person Jagmohan, this is Siddharth Bhardwaj reporting for DD India in Mumbai. We have with us the legend of Indian cinema, Nagarjuna. Sir, what do you think about the concept of waves and how do you like it?
The concept of waves is very, very good. I've been through it completely, and I'm very happy the government of India is taking this initiative because it's much needed now. The Indian film industry, not just the film, the entertainment industry and the media industry is on the cusp of going to the next level. And this kind of push by the government is really going to help it.
What do you think about the fact that this is a platform wherein collaborators, innovators, creators all can come and showcase their talent and also take our content beyond the borders?
Yes, this was actually missing in India before. There were a lot of very, very creative people, but they did not know how to take it to the next level, to market it, take it to other countries, which we were lacking. And this Waves initiative will help them do it. A lot of creative content makers.
Your message to creators?
This is your chance, guys. Go get it.
All right, this is your chance. Go and get it. That's what Nagarjuna said. And this actually is the time wherein content creators, innovators, and businesses, they can come on a single platform and can take the content beyond borders. With camera person Jagmohan, this is Siddharth Bhardwaj reporting for DD India in Mumbai. Sir, what do you think about the waves and the kind of concept the government has come up with?
I think it's a brilliant concept. So happy to be here. And more than anything, it's such an inspiration for all creators all over India. And not only that, it gives them the exposure and connects them and unlocks true potential with creators from all over the world. Also positioning India internationally. And as an actor, that's what I crave for, to get maximum exposure for the work we do. And such platforms are truly a great direction in that way. Yeah.
How do you think this particular platform will take India's media and entertainment industry to greater heights?
Well, India's media and entertainment industry is already world known, and such platforms will really push the boundaries more and more and give us that maximum exposure and take us to all the root levels everywhere overseas. So yes, I really see a huge potential.
Neil Moen, the CEO of YouTube, addressed the session in Waves. The session was called Powering the Creator Economy in India. This session was concluded a short while ago at the Waves Summit in Mumbai. There was another session during which creators shared their insights on the potential of creators' economy in India. Listen in.
It truly is a privilege to be here with all of you at the inaugural Wave Summit. I'm really honored to be part of this incredible and really unprecedented collection of Indian business leaders, entertainers, producers, actors, directors, and contributors to Indian culture from all over the country. I want to offer my profound thanks to the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Minister Vaishnaw, Chief Minister Fadnavis, and everybody who worked so hard to pull off this amazing event. You know, the Prime Minister's visionary leadership has made India a beacon for creators all over the world. And it's really evidenced by his own remarkable digital presence. With over 25 million subscribers on YouTube, the Prime Minister has the largest YouTube following of any head of government in the world. And his vision extends to this one-of-a-kind event that brings together India's rich cultural heritage, entrepreneurial spirit, and true global leadership. Today, India isn't just a world leader for film and music. It's rapidly becoming what I'm excited to call a creator nation. In India, over 100 million channels have uploaded content onto YouTube in the last year. Yeah, you can clap. And more than 15,000 of those channels have over 1 million subscribers. That's up from 11,000 channels just a few months ago. And YouTube has enabled these creators and countless more to not only share their passion with the world, but also build loyal fandoms and successful businesses. In the last 3 years alone, we've paid more than 21,000 crores to creators, artists, and media companies all across India. Just a few days ago, on April 23rd, we marked the 20th anniversary of the first video ever uploaded to YouTube. You know, it's really hard to imagine how much the world and YouTube have changed in those 2 short decades. What began as a site with grainy, unscripted videos is now a force driving global culture. And I truly mean global. YouTube's ability to connect a creator anywhere with audiences everywhere has made it a powerful engine of cultural export, and few nations have leveraged this as effectively as India. And as amazing as it's been to witness, we're even more excited about India's future as a global powerhouse in entertainment. In the next 2 years, YouTube will invest over 850 crores to accelerate the growth of Indian creators, artists, and media companies. And you know, these aren't just numbers, they're tangible impact, forging countless career and business pathways for a vibrant new India. Indian creators exemplify what is special about YouTube: the ability to share history, culture, and passion with viewers in every corner of the world. Last year, content produced in India racked up 45 billion hours of watch time from viewers outside of the country. But instead of telling you myself, I'm going to invite 2 creators to come up on stage and share more about how they've grown their YouTube channels and built a truly global fan base. They're going to be interviewed by my colleague Gautam Anand, who is our Vice President of APAC. And so without further ado, please welcome to the stage Gautami Kawale of the channel Slaypoint and educational creator Mark Rober.
Hi, everyone. Those are some incredible numbers, right? Just the growth of the creator economy here in India. So big round of applause for what you just heard. All right, I'm honored to be joined here on stage with 2 incredible creators, Mark Rober and Gautami. And we'll get an opportunity to hear from them. But Gautami, you and I think, have been destined to be on stage together. Gautami,
yeah.
You know. How did this not happen before?
Yeah, I think we should make it happen more often and just like make it our thing. That's always Gautam.
So this morning, we heard a lot about the deep and rich tradition of storytelling here in India and, you know, the aspiration to grow. You know, Neil talked about 100 million channels in the last year, uploaded a video here. The Prime Minister Modi ji talked about the aspiration of growing that to 1 billion voices, taking content global. So I'm going to start with a question that actually touches upon that. So, you know, you guys have fan bases all over the world. What's the most surprising interaction that you have had with a fan? And maybe, you know, talk to us about that. Gautami, let's start with you first.
I think there are so many, it's hard to pick, but you asked for like the most surprising one. I think it's been like when I've been in a foreign country where nobody really speaks Hindi and people there like suddenly recognizing me and shouting my name, and then they told me a story that they actually use our channel to learn Hindi. So that was quite interesting to me, and they said that it's because the content was relatable and they cared about the topic that was being presented in the video. So they said that, you know, it's easier to learn a language while having fun. So they watched the video, they found it great, entertaining, and then they also learned Hindi. And yeah, I think this like really showed me the power of YouTube, how it like bridges people across the country and the world also.
Yeah, no, it's great. How about Mark? How about you?
Yeah, so I do like, I get trying to get people excited about science and education. I worked at NASA for a decade. The channel has about 70 million subscribers. So in the United States, I'm used to getting stopped. But 2 weeks ago, I was in Japan, and we were in line getting some sushi. And then one person came up and asked for a picture. And then when that happens, then 2 people, and soon it was like 8 people. And then this adorable old Japanese woman looked at me and she's like, "Who are you?" And then I was like, "Oh, I'm a YouTuber." And then she's like, "Oh, I want a picture then." So.
No, I mean, so 2 things resonated with me. One, obviously, the deep connection that you all end up making with your fans. And, you know, that's something that we hear from all of our creators, that, you know, what differentiates YouTube really is that connection, which may not necessarily happen on, you know, as you're scrolling videos on a social media platform. So that's one. And then just the, you know, your travel story, connecting people from different cultures. You know, and we see content's obviously traveling across boundaries now, and we see that each and every day. All right, Gautami, next question for you. You've been on YouTube for a decade now, right? 10 years or so. And you launched your channel at a time when digital content was still emerging in India. So early days. So how has your experience as a creator changed? I mean, 10 years is a very long journey. You're still doing what you love. So, you know, but it must have changed from when you started to how, you know, now.
Yeah, it's definitely changed, but it's been like a really wonderful journey. When I started with Abhyuday back in 2016, there were not many duo channels. In fact, there were not many YouTubers from India yet. The Indian creator ecosystem was really small. And now it is absolutely massive. We have people from the smallest of cities and towns. There's so much internet access, so even people across all age groups, and everyone has their own niche. And before, I felt that there was not enough space for all kinds of content to grow, but now I feel like the platform and ecosystem is big enough that everybody can have their own little niche or a voice of their own. And there's a huge population that's just hungry to be entertained, and that is definitely different. And even the launch of YouTube Shorts has definitely helped a lot of people grow and new voices to come forward. So
yeah. Did you just call yourself an OG creator? Did I hear you say that? Okay, your content, let's talk a little bit about that. It centers around Indian pop culture, which is increasingly finding a global audience and becoming popular. It's not just Bollywood and, you know, Indian food and cooking, but so much more. I just did a panel where we talked about chess and even, you know, farming channels from India that are like getting so much popularity. So how do you see your content and the content that you make contributing to the global understanding and appreciation of Indian culture?
So all of our videos center around Indian pop culture, like you said. So that is one thing that we really want to introduce to the world in our own voice, in our own authentic style. And our second most important thing that we want to achieve is to promote tourism and travel, especially Indian, through our channel. So our vlogs do really well, around 20 million views-ish, like every single vlog kind of pulls that off. So I really want to show India in a great light and take it global in that sense.
Yeah, amazing. Mark, you're seeing considerable amount of interest and growth from viewers in India. You've also got 2 subscribers from Singapore. I have a 14-year-old and a 4-year-old. 5-year-old. I actually just started to have the 5-year-old watch some of your videos.
Excellent.
And my wife was like, you know, don't you think it's a little early for him? So I was like, no, it's never too early. So what do you think is the appeal of your content to the audiences here? And maybe let's start with that.
Yeah, I think like just the more you could make the topics broadly applicable. So like right now we're working on a soccer goalie that moves back and forth at like 100 kilometers an hour, and then Ronaldo, the soccer player, is going to try and score on it. So we track the ball through the air and then it moves really quickly. So like those kind of topics are very broadly applicable, not just if you're in the United States, right? And then additionally for me, because it's science content, you know, India produces the most engineers than any other country, and it's very STEM focused. So I think my content resonates well here because there's such a hungry, educated force who are interested in, you know, in STEM.
Yeah. So it's funny. So I talked about my 5-year-old. So when I showed him the list of videos, he's very competitive. And the one he was like, I want to watch that is the robot that never loses the rock, paper, scissors challenge. So we started with that. So hopefully you'll stick to your channel. And what about different languages? I mean, your videos are primarily in English. So how do you think about, connecting with, folks, in markets, especially in APAC, where language is a big part of how they consume content?
Well, yeah, the good thing about YouTube is you can dub your videos. So we are dubbed in like 32 languages. 12 of those are actually human actors, and the remaining, 20 are AI. So, with YouTube, if you primarily surf the web in, let's say, Japanese, it will automatically serve up the version of my video that speaks Japanese.
And so, I started by saying the aspiration of a lot of creators here is to find global audience. Like, what's your advice as people in this room, are looking at that? How do you build an international audience? Do you have a specific strategy that you deploy? Do you think about that?
I think just the more you can make your videos broadly applicable, I think is sort of the trick in my book. That, also my friend Mr. Beast, his videos, they kind of touch on very themes that run across cultures, versus if you're just talking about something that's very niche for your specific country.
Okay, so we're going to wrap up with, I guess pretty much what the theme of Waves as a conference, which is, turning India really into, a creator nation, 1 billion people telling their stories on the world stage. How do you think platforms like YouTube can further support that cause? Maybe, Gautami, you want to go first?
So I think in India, we have a really big strength on our side, which is the scale of opportunity, right? The sheer scale, the amount of people who use smartphones, and we have the cheapest internet in the world, as you know. So there is already a large audience base here, and also regional content is growing, so the numbers just inside of India are already huge. And like even Mark is focusing a lot on the Indian market because his content gets viewed here, from here as well. So we also have a large English-speaking population, and also of course a lot of YouTubers speak in English as well. So creators can go global, and also a lot of global creators can come to India and amass like a much larger audience. So there is a lot of scale here that both the markets can actually genuinely work together and create a big boom in the global economy. And I feel like there's an entire generation that is growing up online. So if supported well, I feel like India can produce some of the biggest content creators in the world. We just have to find the right balance between how much global do we go, how much English do we speak, how much do we cater to regional, and thanks to multi-language audio support, I think we can do it all.
Yeah, I mean, the average age in India is like 28 years old, I think, and like 400 million are Gen Z. So, it's a very hungry, young, educated population who have grown up online. So I think YouTube being there as a catalyst for that is, just the opportunity. I think we're going to see a lot of really creative innovation coming from India, just by the numbers.
Yeah.
And I'll also say, coming from the United States, I've been really impressed with India so far, where I feel like everyone feels like a bright future. People feel really optimistic about the country as a whole and the opportunities. And that's not true all over the world. Even in the United States, there's people who feel like, maybe tomorrow won't be as good as yesterday. And just the feeling I get and the optimism from the Indian people is like, you guys are moving up and to the right. And I think you see that even with this creator economy.
Yeah, no, there's tremendous energy, right? And it's obvious, like even just the day-to-day. I want to thank all of you. 70 million subscribers. Congratulations. I've also learned so much from you today. I have 4 subscribers on my channel, so I've got a long way to go.
I had 4 subscribers at one point, too.
My wife, my 2 boys, and my mom, they're the only ones that follow me, but I'm going to do better. So thank you so much. I'm sure people found what you had to share truly insightful. Anything that you want to close out with?
Thanks for having us, and Waves is exciting, and I hope India can really crack it on a global level. Indian creators have been wanting that, but let's see if we can break into the global market.
Yeah, amazing, and you're a great role model for them. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
So that was Wave Session on Indian creators conducted by YouTube there. That's it in this broadcast. The Wave Summit continues till 4th of May. DD India continues to track the journey of Indian storytellers, content creators, innovators and collaborators. So you can be part of the summit by tuning in to DD India. And of course, you can track all the updates on our social media handles at DD India Live. Thank you for joining us. Namaskar.